What is up, everybody? My name is Griffin and welcome back to a brand new episode of Redstone Craft. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are here on top of the nether roof. And isn't this place amazing? Now, I actually don't want to get lost, but yeah. You might have noticed that I have a pretty big hole in the bedrock, and that's because between episodes I spent a lot of time breaking bedrock. And I broke all the way through, and we actually have an entire staircase all the way down to our nether hub. So now we are free to come in and out of the nether roof as we please. So that's amazing. That's update number 1 for today's episode. Update number 2 is that we actually also have an exit to the outside world. I'm going to be very careful here because there's a ghast somewhere. You can see the thing going up. And the reason why these have walls on pistons is so skeletons don't actually just stride into here. I don't want that. But none of that is the focus of today's episode. So what is the focus of today's episode? Well, today we're going to be making a handful of contraptions that we can make due to 1.16 and that are going to be useful to us. So far we've just been setting up the nether hub, linking our old places, and I actually haven't gotten around to do the green one, but I do have to. But as you might have guessed, this is only a small part of what we're actually going to do, because the reality is we're going to start on farms pretty soon, and today we're actually going to start the first few ones. So one of the first farms we're going to do is a weeping vine farm, and with it a twisting vine farm, and they're going to fit both in that back wall there. They're really easy to make. Technically, back in the day you could have zero ticked these. As you know, zero ticking is no longer a thing in 1.16, so we have to resort to old school farms. In the future we might, if we really need to, make a really big farm for these, but I don't see myself needing that many of these. It's more of a good to have thing than anything else. But not only that, you might have noticed we have 2 more holes, one here and one over here. That's because we're going to be building 2 more contraptions, which are an automatic respawn anchor and an automatic gold armor dispenser, which is basically going to look for any spots where you don't have gold armor, which in my case are going to be the pants, because I'm going to start using my netherite boots for the feather falling, and are going to put armor there. So whenever I'm leaving the nether outside, all I have to do is pop in here, equip myself, and leave. So let's actually take these out of here, and let's start with, I just need to realign them so they're not in the way. Let's start the easiest one, the automatic respawn anchor. So we actually grab all of these because I'm not sure what goes where. So let's start the respawn anchor. Easy peasy, there you go. Then you're gonna need a dispenser, a lot of dispensers here. Pointing into the respawn anchor, make sure it's a dispenser, not a dropper. And you're also gonna need 1, 2, and then just placing a block there as a placeholder. And technically you don't even need this many, you could do it earlier, but I prefer to step it a bit further away. And this system right here is already going to detect if the respawn anchor needs anything. So if I just pop glowstone in there, break this, it's actually going to pop one out, that's fine. Pop it back. There you go. Automatically refills the respawn anchor. But this isn't the entire system. We're also going to make a system to detect if this is empty of glowstone, because if it is, this is useless. So the way to do that is put a comparator coming out of this dispenser, plug a block, a torch, another block, block right here. Sorry, I was looking for blocks for a second. Then plop, this part is slightly harder. Plop a redstone repeater right there. Make sure there's a block on top of that torch. And you can just place the lamp, actually not there, the one above. Technically you could place it there, but whatever. And now if I take all of these out, the lamp lights up, but that isn't enough for us. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to add a system to this that allows us to know exactly when these things happen. So I'm going to place a redstone up there. I'm going to get a sticky piston, place it right down there. Then let me pull you. Actually, I need another block. This wasn't that good of an idea. There you go. Not that way. Point observer that way. Put the block in the middle. Point an observer this way. And now, oh fudge sake, I forgot building blocks. And I sort of need that ice as well. Okay, there we go. And now you can grab 2 note blocks and put it this way and... Okay, and now, if this is empty... If I fill it back, there you go, see? Automatic respawn anchor with an alert system fitted into a pretty small space, if I may say so myself. And now all you have to do is finish off the decoration. So first of all, I'm going to put 2 hoppers here. I am going to put a packed ice in the back, and I'm actually going to grab you, because you're part of the build here, and plop you here. This way I can drop glowstone into here, and it goes down there. So plop the ice right here. And finally, has a bit of a compliment, I'm going to plop a lodestone there. Right click it of a compass, and now I have my compass for when I want to adventure outside. I can just take you, and I'll always know how to get back to the nether hub. So, there you go. Compact system with an automatic... Oh crap, I was afraid of that. Destroy anything? Oh, you did. Well, you didn't do much, though. Yeah, it did basically nothing. Okay. I was afraid of that. This might happen every now and then, but we should be fine. I might put glass there. I don't know. But anyway, automatic respawn, and all you have to do to set your respawn here is right-click it. Now, I actually did that a little bit ago, so... Allow me... There you go. And I believe my respawn is set. That's why it's not letting me. But yeah. This right here is contraption 1 of today's episode. Now we're going on to contraption 2. Now this one is a pretty old school one. All you do, you're going to make basically an armor equipper, so it's not really a science. I need to lower sounds. My sounds are really loud for some reason. So... the idea is I step on this pressure plate and all of these activate. Now, this is a bit harder than what it seems. So right now, all the bottom ones are activating, but I also want the top ones to activate. So what I do is plop that there, that there, that there. And all I need is apparently... Don't shoot at me. This is going to be an issue, isn't it? Thought that would be an issue. I think I have an extra one here. Anyway, I'll steal netherrack if I have to. So, plop you there. Plop 2 pieces of redstone here. Cover this up, and now we can fill this with golden armor. So, I have the other one with me. I just fill these up with golden armor. 9 pieces of pot. So... leggings, boots, helmets, etc. You, boots, finally helmets. And right now I'm only not wearing pants, so if I walk in, it, okay. I need to put in a hopper where I can drop these off. Actually, it shouldn't actually do that, but this is fine. How are you firing at me? Okay. I'm gonna keep this shulker here where we can drop off excess things, and yeah, there is contraption 2 of the day. Pretty simple one added. Now we're finally going to go into what is likely interesting for all of you, which are the vine farms. Now, the vine farms are pretty simple contraptions. They're both based on the same idea, which is an observer pointed at a vine. So we'll do you on this side, you on this side, and I can actually put you back there. So let's start at this side, why not? So, weeping vines. Weeping vines work from the top to bottom, so they'll grow downwards, and you can use that to your advantage. So, in order for me to do this, I'm actually going to build the system from the ground up. So, dropper right there, hopper, hopper, then block, minecart on the rail, do not destroy the rail. This crimson block here is just for decoration, nothing else, so you don't actually need it. Plant the vine, and now we can get started on the actual redstone of the farm. So, it's actually a pretty small farm, and I might actually replicate it elsewhere just to produce a bit more. But all you have to do is have a place for a piston and an observer, and then come back here and plop down that and a piece of redstone right there. And what's going to happen is the observer is going to be looking at the vines. Every time the vine grows, it's going to send the signal, plop the piston, and it's going to get absorbed by the hopper and keep on going to here. Now, we don't want it to just stay in a dropper. And the reason why we have to do this, because I don't want to place a chest this far now. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to grab this black shulker box it comes in. If I can manage to get here. I'm going to plop this in here. So now all items come into here. So how will I do that? Well, plop a comparator there, another one there, 2 repeaters, this into subtract mode, and 4 pieces of redstone. So now every item that pops through that hopper into this one is going to get detected, then it's going to power this dropper and going to get put into the shulker box. So just to demonstrate, if I get access that back hopper, there you go, the 2 glass are right over here and everything is fine. So now I have to find a way to get out of here, which is a lot harder than it seems. There you go. So let's start closing this up. And one there, and I can now plop the 2 glass into the front. And there you go, a micro weeping vine farm. Pretty simple, all the drops are going to end up in here. And since we're going to be around this nether hub area a lot, we're actually going to load this. Plus, every time we stroll around, which is going to be a lot because we use nether hub for everything, we're going to load this. So it's a perfect place to have these sort of farms. Now that you're done, I can actually grab you and move on to this warped vines. Now the warped vine is going to follow sort of the same thing, you know. So let's place down the dropper, then get the 2 hoppers. 1, 2, then strip birch, minecart on a rail, warped nylium. This one's planted at the bottom, so the observer clock's going to be switched around. Observer at the bottom, piston at the top. Ooh, sorry, I'm climbing the vine. Piston at the top. No, that's a shulker. That's not the block I want. Sorry. Block. Redstone. And now the farm is working right now. So now we're going to repeat the system for the dropper. Place a shulker on top of it. And 2 repeaters. Sometimes placing repeaters can be a pain. 1 there. Subtract mode. 2 comparators. And 4 pieces of redstone. And now all we have to do is close up here, and I am not a parkourer. Why did I try to do that? So pop through here, close this up so nobody gets to see us. Close that, 2 glass. And there you go, another identical but well, I guess inverted, micro farm. And once again, this is an amazing place to have the farm, so it's going to be really good. And in addition to that, it's not a resource we need that much, to be honest. It's very decorational, and I don't think I'm going to be decorating with it too much, so it really isn't going to be that useful. It is, however, something that we need to have as we are on our way to farm everything in Minecraft. So yeah, that's all I had for today. We still have 2 sides of this nether hub to decorate, and I have a handful of ideas of what might go there and what might not. But sadly though, you will have to wait for another episode, because although I understand this was a really small episode when it comes to redstone craft, it is all I've got time for today. It has been a long day of me doing these, and yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, go check out our other series. We actually have 2 other series going on simultaneously, and of course Redstone Craft is going to keep going no matter what. I can assure you that this is my main series and we will keep at it with full strength. Next episode we are going to be taking on a bigger challenge. We're going to be taking on our first true farm of the nether. We're going to be making a gold farm. And we actually got a pretty good design in order here. Let me actually sleep. And yeah, I am excited for it, and I hope you guys are too. But I will see you then, and I'm out. Peace.